The average conversion rate is between 7 and 10%. So even if you use your email list as an example, and that's 200 people, that's only 20 people that are going to buy from you. Let's say those 20 people then spend even like 10 quid a month on a really low ticket membership bit. Keep the math nice and easy for my brain. Like 200 quid a month you're getting for, it depends how much work you're going to put into it. But this is where memberships specifically, they need to be a numbers game. The more you have, that's where it starts to work. I also think there may be some naivety around how much work needs to go in to building that audience, and also the delivery of it in those first 6 to 12 months. You know, that old adage of undersell and overdeliver. Because I think this is something that dog professionals, like everybody, does exceedingly well. It's just not necessarily the best thing to do. Oversell. Promise everything. Do you know what I mean? Like that and it comes from fear, doesn't it? It's like, oh, so, I don't know, like we'll give you this training session and this and that, and we'll add this on, and
this bank of online videos.
Like, you get all this. Like have a vault, have this, have that. It's like, okay, you got nowhere else to go to add value because you've mentioned it all. If we do that with purely an online course or membership, what added value kind of goes into it if we're so used to doing the over delivery bit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And let's talk about content as well. Let's talk about how the learner is going to learn the information, okay? So we think, this is a lot of people think in their heads, let's do a series of videos. So what are the common things that most people are struggling with their dog? We've got recall, reactivity, maybe there's a few techniques there. Mm-hmm. We've got loose lead walking, we've got leave, we've got sit, down, stand, like all the positions, all this basic stuff. So instead of having to keep talking about those things all the time, which I know it can seem, but again, it comes down to this thing of like, we know our craft inside out and we talk about it all the time. So it's the 50 millionth time we've said it, but it's the first time someone has probably heard it. And so we think, oh, that's a chore, isn't it? Having to keep going over that same information. And I feel like I'm repeating myself and all that kind of stuff. So instead, let's have this bank of videos. We can just go, this is this thing that I want you to learn. Here's that video. Or even like, I'm not even going to give you any back information. Here's that video. Go and learn it yourself. Okay, so in theory, I know what people are thinking by doing that. Like, you've got it forever, potentially. You've got a reference. You've got, like, you can watch it back as many times as you like, get it perfect. Is that really going to work for everybody? It might work for some people, and some people do like self-paced stuff. They like using that kind of thing, and they absorb learning in that way. But there are a load of people that are never going to probably access those videos.
No, and it's that thing again of if you are positioning that at a low ticket, so it's almost that, oh, I can make a sale. I think it's the mindset thing again, isn't it? It's like, well, if I do the work, then it's just there. And even if it's 10 quid, it's there making money for me not doing anything. But actually, you should still be doing something. You need to market it. You need to actively sell it. Otherwise, I mean, we've just recorded our business basics course, and that's taken time. And planning and all of the stuff to go into it. But I think where we've done it better than we've thought previously when we were in the dog training business is we have done that time and planning, and we've tested the market, we've done the research, and we actually sold it before it was created.
Yep.
So you need to prove that concept.
And this is a scary ass thing for people to even do. But let's think about the pressure that creates. Like, you've got to do it now. You've sold a few.
Yeah.
So instead of taking all the time in the world, months, even years in some cases, where people have got this idea going round in their head, and you may well be listening to this going, yep, that's me. I've been thinking about this for so long. I've got the ideas for the videos. I just haven't done it because I haven't got the right backdrop. I don't have the right equipment. I don't have the time because I'm constantly delivering dog stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's something you want to do. But when you actually get round to it, if there's no one to buy it, is it all been in vain?
Yeah.
And that's what we don't want people to do, because if it's done in the right way and with a strategy like you've just said, it could absolutely be amazing. But without that longer term, bigger picture strategy, it could just fall flat on its face. And then how much money, how much time, how much effort, and how much are you going to resent that product when it's created if you don't get any sales off the back of it, and if it doesn't give you the life that you're hoping it will.
Yeah, it's really disheartening, isn't it, when you've put that much time and effort into something and then it just falls flat.
It flops. And I've done this myself. Like, I think I've told this story before, but in COVID, where everybody reacted to not being able to work, I was really fortunate in that I had access to a 3-acre field, which arguably I only used a tiny corner of it to film these videos. But I was like, right, I'll do an online version of my puppy academy course. So it meant I could exercise the dogs. I was actually legitimately able to go to the field for work purposes, and it was all like good. And I got to just spend amazing days in a field doing some dog training with my dogs, which was great. And so I spent days and days, which I did have because there was nothing else I could do at that time. So I didn't mind doing that. But I know that a lot of people would sacrifice work for creating a video, like an online course. So that wasn't so bad. And then I got it all together and edited it all and I put it out. Hey, tumbleweed. I'm trying to think of the total amount of sales that I made. 15 sales.
Okay. I was expecting less.
No, about 15 sales. And I could log into the platform that I used and see the progress people were making, and I got really annoyed that people weren't doing it. Like, they bought it, so it's no skin off my nose. And what was hang on, I'm trying to think of the price of it. So all in all, I think there was like 40 to 45 short videos.
40 to 45?
Because I'd literally recreated the whole course, the 6-week course, in the format of week 1, week 2, week 3, with all the videos. So it was about 40 odd. You're going to hate this. £40.
40 pounds?
Yeah.
For a pound a video? My God.